Welcome to TrojanVision's The Week That Was, where we cover the news and events for the week ending Friday, March 29th. I'm Paige Ray. Thank you so much for joining us. Our top story, school shootings have become a critical issue alongside gun violence here in the U.S. Reporter Jamison Fowler has been investigating the signs, training, and strategies the Troy University Police Department has in place to keep this campus safe.
Now, with more school shootings than ever over the last couple of years, I took a look into just how Troy plans on keeping its campus safe.
I believe that violence is going to keep on getting worse and worse and worse. I believe the only way we can stop it is, education and just helping us watch the warning signs of what's going on before it actually could happen. Because all these school shootings could have been stopped. People just spoken up and said something beforehand.
Last July, TUPD installed an active shooter simulation device, allowing TUPD officers to train in active shooter simulations and how to handle them. Jackson states that over 90% of TUPD officers have completed all 300 simulations that the device offers.
We actually teach a class here called LAST. We actually taught it in Dothan, in Montgomery, and in Phoenix City. And basically, there's a lot of warning signs that we're being social reclusive. One of the biggest warning signs is people putting things on social media and really bragging about what they're going to do. The Parkland shooter bragged for over a year what he's going to do before he actually went to Parkland and shot the school up.
According to a study by CNN and the U.S. Census Bureau, there have been over 16 school shootings this year alone. Just last Monday, one occurred at Alabama A&M, leaving one student injured. That's why it's not just about spotting the warning signs. Jackson says training and preparedness play a huge role in responding well to active shooter situations.
So if somebody is actively shooting, is to run as far away from the shooting as possible. Then hide's another one. If you can't run away, hide in place, and not just hide in place, but find something to hide with, whether it's a pen, a pencil, a pocket knife, whatever you possibly have, something to defend yourself. And last one is to fight. If your life is valuable and your life means something to you, you're going to fight for it.
You never know when one may happen, and that's why TUPD says to always be prepared to keep you and your loved ones out of harm's way. Jamison Fowler, Troy, TrojanVision News.
According to TUPD's annual safety report, officers made one arrest in 2021 for a person carrying or possessing a weapon. 2022 saw 7 arrests in that same category. The report doesn't show the numbers for 2023. You can find that report, though, on TUPD's website. In other top stories, the potential banning of the social media app TikTok has been making headlines. A proposed bill gives the company that owns TikTok, ByteDance, 6 months to sell that app to an American company or be removed from app stores. Mackenzie Foster talks to a local content creator who's nervous about the potential outcome.
With House lawmakers trying to get a proposed bill on banning TikTok signed, some content creators are fearful of what could come. One content creator in particular is Aaliyah Rogers. She has just under 465,000 followers on TikTok.
I feel like if you're going to ban TikTok, you should ban all social media platforms. It's just like another way for people to, express themselves and then also, make money.
Rogers says the proposed ban bill could affect content creators on a major scale. Their income, networking source, and even their mental state is in jeopardy.
It was just like a way for us to escape and to, enjoy ourselves. I know for some people that's still TikTok for them. It's just a way for them to be themselves.
Rogers says the proposed ban will not only affect content creators, but it will also affect people who use the app for their daily entertainment fix.
I get on TikTok every day and I scroll every day. Like when I get off of work, when I'm ready to relax, TikTok is what I get on to relax.
Rogers encourages content creators to diversify their content on different platforms, so viewers still have a way to find and interact with you if TikTok does get banned.
Now, that proposed bill hasn't made it to President Joe Biden's desk yet. However, Biden did say earlier this week or month, if lawmakers pass the bill, he'll sign it. However, Vice President Kamala Harris recently went on the record saying banning TikTok is not the goal. In other news, have you ever thought about donating blood before? As part of Greek Week, volunteers from the American Red Cross were on campus to help students do just that. donate blood. Sarah Campbell has the story.
In collaboration with Greek Week, the American Red Cross was on campus to host a blood drive outside of the Trojan Center ballrooms.
The goal is to just meet the critical need that we have for blood. Like every day there's accidents. We just need that influx of blood to help with tragedies and regular sickness.
According to the American Red Cross, the need for blood is much higher than many might realize.
There is a blood shortage, and what that means to you, if you or your family goes to the hospital, you might have a family member or a friend who's in need, and we just don't have the blood to meet the demand.
That's why Lane stresses the importance of donating if you can.
Anyone who can or anyone who can try, we just need to meet that need. You may be a hero that saved someone's life.
The American Red Cross encourages students to always be on the lookout for blood drives near them.
We're always in a critical need. Please, anytime the American Red Cross is near you, please, if you can support them, do that. We're an excellent organization and we are here to help. But we can't do what we need to do without donors like you.
The goal set for this blood drive was to collect over 50 pints of blood, which they surpassed. Sarah Campbell, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And according to the American Red Cross, every pint of blood donated can save up to 3 lives. If you want to donate, you can look at the American Red Cross's website to find its next local blood drive. Staying with community coverage, Troy's Idea Bank recently held an event to support student entrepreneurs. Community members had the chance to discover fresh finds, products, and services with a twist of spring fun. Reporter Julia Miller takes us there.
Those looking for unique gifts or a way to support student entrepreneurs attended the Blooming Business Showcase Thursday night. The Blooming Business Showcase boasted one-of-a-kind products and services, all created by Troy University students.
I really enjoy these markets just because I get to meet new people and it's just a fun event. There's lots of support and I'm able to get my name out there and give people my business card even if they don't buy anything.
For students like Mitchell who plan to graduate soon, markets like this one help her prepare her business for the future.
I want to do commission work after I graduate, so I feel like this is a good, launching point for that, because I do want to have my own business.
The showcase also helps students connect to members of the community who are outside of the university.
Getting to connect with the community, that's one goal I have for my business, is just being somewhere where people feel comfortable, even if they just want to come in and chat.
The market featured over 20 student entrepreneurs, a lemonade bar, Easter egg hunt, and fresh flower arrangements. Julia Miller, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And that was the second annual spring market hosted by the Troy Idea Bank. Organizers hope to continue that event in the future. Still to come on Troy TrojanVision's The Week That Was, the International Arts Center is featuring work by people very close to the university. We'll tell you who they are when we return, so stay with us.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. This past weekend, Troy University hosted its annual Clarinet Day. That event helps students learn more about clarinets and the School of Music as a whole. Alexis Phelps has that story.
Over the weekend, Troy University's campus was filled with aspiring musicians of all ages as students celebrated Clarinet Day.
I think this event is really good at advertising what Troy University is, not only just for the clarinet choir and ensemble and stuff like that, but also the music school as a whole.
Clarinet Day helps attract new students to Troy University as well as to the School of Music.
Clarinet Day is basically a recruitment event to get other clarinet players to come here for school, and Clarinet Day was one of the reasons I ended up here too. So I'm really grateful to Clarinet Day for that. And it's not just a great experience like getting to work with the Troy clarinetists, but you also have artists from all over the world who come here.
Students had access to a vendor that offered services from repairs and accessories to advice and instrument care tips.
There's no such thing as a stupid question. A lot of people don't have good resources to be able to find information. I'm just here to help. I want people to continue playing music. You don't even have to buy anything from me. I just want you to be happy with what you have and continue spreading music, because that's how we can give back to our community. Like, music brings people together, and that's all I want. That's all I want.
Clarinet Day helps to expose students to new people, concepts, and opportunities.
Clarinet Day introduced me not only to my wonderful professor, Tifu, we love him, but to the university as a whole, which I'm really grateful for.
This year's Clarinet Day marked the event's 14th year. Alexis Phelps, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The School of Music has another busy weekend this upcoming weekend. Saturday, representatives from the college will be at Spring Trojan Day. There, they'll be also trying to attract even more high school level students. Do you like art? If so, a new exhibit is being housed in the International Arts Center, and it's featuring creators who are from right here on campus. Sarah Campbell explains.
The International Arts Center introduced a new exhibit for students to enjoy, with a twist. The work on display is all created by Troy faculty.
We do this every other year, and it showcases our faculty and just gives us a chance to kind of show off a little bit.
11 artists had their pieces featured in this exhibit. This one next to me, just one example.
Skaggs says that it's important for professors to put into practice what they teach.
It's a great way for students to connect to their professors, to know that they're also working artists, that they produce art, so they're not just teaching, but they're also makers.
The exhibit not only offers a variety of work for visitors to enjoy, but also gives a glimpse into what's going on in the art department.
You will definitely see a lot of kind of playful things and how artists kind of work and think. I think it's a good indication of what's being taught in the classroom.
The pieces being showcased are open to all students in the community as a way to see another side of Troy faculty. Sarah Campbell, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And that exhibition will be inside the IAC until April 14th. And staying with IAC news, the International Arts Center has also found a way to bring art not just to the university, but to the city around it. Reporter Camille Coney tells us more about the IAC's monthly Art Spark.
The International Arts Center holds a monthly Art Spark event to foster children's creativity.
Give them an art activity. They get to make something based on some instructions, but we also tell them, you know, do whatever you want. It's your art. You don't have to follow the rules.
Art Spark allows the IAC to connect with people outside of the university and their children.
So have new people basically every time. A lot of the time people will come back once they have come, and so it's this kind of growing art community within the Troy community.
The IAC also uses take-home art packets to help bring art into people's homes. One parent says the packet is a gift that keeps on giving.
The cool thing about the pickup packets is usually it's something you can do more than once, right? And so, you know, last time it was something with like oil crowns, and we still have them and they still pull them out and do them. So this one with the spray paint, and it looks like something you just keep refilling the container, right? And so something they can kind of do on their own, and yeah, it'll keep them entertained.
Parents may like Art Spark, but what do the kids think?
I like art, the metal thing with the tape.
Art Spark events are rotated each month, meaning 1 month activities will be held inside the IEC. The next month will be a take-home activity. Camille Coney, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Art Spark was first created in 2021. Most sessions involve an art activity like Camille described, a snack, and a story time. In other news, Troy University's Arboretum has added yet another feather to its cap. This week, it was revealed the Arboretum has been added to a list that few other locations in the Wiregrass have joined. Reporter Sienna Arnold has the story.
Wake up and smell the roses. Troy's Arboretum is now a part of the Alabama Birding Trail.
We've been fortunate. We've been working for about a year to become part of the Alabama Birding Trail, and there are now 22 official birding trail stops within the Wiregrass, with the Arboretum being the newest one.
Diamond says their focus is currently plants in the Wiregrass area.
The Arboretum is basically a tree garden. We focus on the plants naturally occurring here in the Wiregrass region of southeast Alabama, and we try to acquire the different species that grow here and put them out, grow them, identify them, provide information on them for educational purposes. And we also work with the biology department for classes and labs that come out here to do different things like environmental science and ecology.
Diamond also shares their 3 main goals: education, recreation, and conservation.
So we're trying to conserve native plants and animals from the Wiregrass region. We want to educate people about what is available here in the Wiregrass region, all sorts of things about the environment and ecology. And it's also a convenient place for recreation. We have almost 8 miles of trails out here. So people come out, they can walk through the trails, jog, run, ride bikes.
The Arboretum is open to student volunteers as well as volunteers from the community.
Anybody and everybody, no matter what your skill level, if you don't know plant from a dead stick, we can teach you.
Sienna Arnold, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Alabama birding trails highlight the best public locations for watching birds year-round in Alabama across 8 geographic regions. And coming up on Troy TrojanVision's The Week That Was, Women's History Month may be coming to an end, but the celebrations are not. Stay tuned. The Week That Was. We'll be right back.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Throughout the month of March, many groups on campus have celebrated Women's History Month. This week, the English department got in on the action by holding a literature reading that celebrated women writers and poets. Belle Johnson takes us there.
To celebrate Women's History Month, the English department, along with Sigma Tau Delta, hosted a literature reading.
We just had people share something by or about women that they found interesting or touching or impactful in some way.
Many students had the opportunity to share their favorite work by a woman writer. Haley Alcathy says she is glad there were many in attendance.
I was pleasantly surprised with the amount of students that came out and then read something. Oftentimes we'll have a lot of students come, but they'll just kind of sit in the background. But there was a lot of students that read something that was important to them, and that was really exciting.
Students shared the works of many writers, including Emily Dickinson, Jane Austen, and Maya Angelou. Alcathy shared the poem and author to her book by Anne Bradstreet.
This has been a poem that I kind of think about on a weekly basis. It's just so raw and real, and it's got maternal elements, but also, like, as someone in the English field, portraying those maternal elements onto writing, I just think is so cool and so interesting.
The event provided a way to close out Women's History Month and celebrate the impacts women have had on the world of literature.
Those who read to the group also explained why the writing they chose was important to them. Robertson says nearly 40 people came to that reading. And staying with similar news, with Women's History Month coming to an end this weekend, TrojanVision spoke to students to see what women they look up to. Camille Coney has their answers.
March is Women's History Month, a time where we show some appreciation to the women in our lives. Many students say they're thankful for the women who have been with them since birth.
I really look up to my mom a lot because growing up, it's always just been me and my mom, and she really has made a big impact in my life.
I look up to my mom because she's a role model to me.
My mom and my grandmother, they've always been my #1 supporter.
I love my mother, big mama's boy. There's just a lot of things in life that she's sacrificed for me and my brothers.
My mom, I admire her strength and resilience.
Others say their moms aren't the only women they are thankful for.
My cousin, her name is Evelyn, and at such a young age, she has made very huge strides.
My aunt, she's a proud business owner, and she's owned her business for several years. She's continuously spread awareness for her business.
My grandmother, just because she was one of the people, as she grew up, she couldn't go to school for real. She had to work more, but she still made the best out of it.
My sister Tiavani, because I feel because we've grown up together, we've been 5 years apart, and we've gone through all the stages of life together.
My mom, my grandma, my aunties, and anybody else that fall under that label. They've always been there for me.
Last but not least, students say they're grateful for the mentors they met along the way.
Dr. Suero, who is a Spanish professor here at Troy, because she has been such a big impact in my Spanish journey.
To my college pastor's wife, she just loves the Lord so fiercely and those around her, and she's just a great role model.
Carolyn Baker, she's a lady that goes to my church and she disciples me, and I just admire her.
To all the women out there, happy Women's History Month. Camille Coney, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Women's History Month was first recognized in March of 1987. Sunday will be the last day of this year's month. Next on TrojanVision's The Week That Was, it's been a colorful week here on campus. We'll explain what we mean right after the break, so stay tuned.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Staying with community coverage, sorority sisters ditched the heels for sneakers this past weekend. Julie Miller has how the Sisters of Kappa Delta are helping children of Pike County.
Troy University's Kappa Delta hosted its annual Shamrock Color Run. The goal? To raise as much money as possible for Prevent Child Abuse America. Organizers say the proceeds go directly to Pike County children. Kappa Delta's philanthropy chair Zoe McGuire was at Saturday's Color Run. She has a personal connection both to her sorority and to the cause it's trying to help.
As a child who needed an organization like PCAA, it's such an honor to be here and to be a part of Kappa Delta and to be the philanthropy chair this year, because I can directly give back to an organization that's given me so much.
Participants say the run not only helps a great cause, but also fosters community engagement.
I love supporting our Greek life community, and by doing this every year, you're able to get community involvement and get to meet great people.
So it's awesome to see all the happiness and the smiles and everybody just coming together to have a really happy moment right before springtime.
The PCAA accepts donations year-round. You can find more information on preventchildabuse.org. Julia Miller, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Now, we haven't gotten a final total just yet, but in previous years, the organization has raised up to $30,000. And speaking of color, many students are aware this weekend is Easter, a major time for Christians. However, what they may not know is this week was also Holi, a significant Hindu festival that celebrates colors, love, and spring. Monday afternoon, nations collided when international and domestic students celebrated Holi on Troy's quad. Emma Ellis takes us there.
And today we went to the Holi Festival. It's where you throw colors on everything.
everybody and you celebrate.
There are many different ways to celebrate the beginning of spring. One way people from the Hindu tradition celebrate is with the Holi Festival.
Holi is the Hindu festival of colors. It marks the beginning of spring and a triumph of good over evil.
It was a surprise for us that university organized a Holi for us, and it was very good. Like, we are all, like, many international students are all there, and we are like playing and having fun.
One student told TrojanVision this day marks one of the most meaningful times of his year.
Usually I had a tough time getting up for school, but for Holi I would get up and it would mean playing colors, especially in water, all day. To this day, one of the fondest memories I have are from Holi.
For many international students who are far from home, having familiar festivals here in Alabama can ease homesickness.
It's kind of difficult staying away from home, especially during a festival, but seeing the university put something together for this festival, it means a lot.
International students weren't the only ones taking part in the fun. Some domestic students say they learned a lot and had a great time while doing it.
It's important not only to the people whose culture it's representing, but also for students like me who are from this area, who are not familiar with these sort of traditions, so that I can get a little bit more of an insight about what actually goes on in different countries.
Even though you may not belong to a certain tradition, Bennett says it's important to learn about other cultures to increase your global competency. Emma Ellis, Troy, TrojanVision News.
For those wondering, Holi is a public holiday in India and is one of the country's most celebrated festivals. Although Easter may not be here yet, that hasn't stopped the Easter Bunny from making an appearance on campus. Monday, the Student Government Association hosted an egg hunt for Troy University children. Emily Clegg has that story.
The Easter Bunny took a break from its usual duties this time of year to pay a visit to Troy University for this year's faculty and staff Easter egg hunt hosted by the SGA.
It's just a day where the faculty can come out here with their children, have an Easter egg hunt during, the week of Easter. It's just an event for them to come out and have fun and have a good time finding some Easter eggs.
The children of faculty and staff scoured Janice Hawkins Park. It only took about 10 minutes for all the eggs to be found.
While the egg hunt did not last long, there are still other events happening at Janice Hawkins Park, such as taking pictures with the Easter Bunny and getting your face painted.
The event allows for faculty and their families to enjoy being together while having some fun.
My family's really excited to come to this event. We've done it for the past 2 years. We have a 16-month-old little boy, and he was very excited to get to go hunting for the eggs. It's a really great opportunity to come on campus, and it's a lot of fun to be around other colleagues and families and friends that we have and celebrate this holiday and also have some fun for the children.
Emily Clegg, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Monday's egg hunt wasn't just for faculty. Students who have children were also welcome to attend. And staying with campus coverage, the Theta Phi chapter of the fraternity Kappa Alpha Psi recently held its annual Shimmy Like a Noop event. Reporter Tyron Robinson has the sights and sounds.
D9 organizations are known for their various events and community service outreach programs around campus. These events have been known to bring a lot of excitement to the student body.
Shimmy Like a Noop normally brings out the most amount of students. This previous year, we've been trying to focus more on seminars, and we had a mental health seminar and a barbershop talk seminar.
Shimmy Like a Noop is an annual event where Kappa Alpha Psi selects groups of girls to compete in a step competition. The catch? They have to use the fraternity's traditional choreographed routine.
My favorite part of this event has been working with the noobs, getting to get to know them and work with other people, just to have fun on stage.
During the competition, the girls go head-to-head in a fierce battle to see who is the best and who can really shimmy like a noob.
I love this event, and I look forward to seeing the other participants in the near future.
Although each team tried its best, the Classy Cartel came out on top. Tyron Robinson, Troy TrojanVision News.
Next month, Kappa Alpha Psi will hold its next event called Crimson and Cream Pageant. And that's all the time we have for Trojan Vision's The Week That Was. To see what's happening on a daily basis, tune in to Troy Trojan Vision News at 5, 6:30, and 10:30 Monday through Friday. You can also visit us anytime on our website at today.troy.edu/TrojanVision. Until next time, have a happy holiday weekend and have a good week.